we discussed the problem of observability of individual contribution in a team kind of setup. Given the problems that were raised in the last video, the question is, when should firms set up teams? And the answer at the most abstract level is very simple. Teams should be used when the benefits from using them are high and when the costs of using them are low. However, in this video, we are going to concretize these principles. Let us consider the benefit side. When are the benefits from teamwork the greatest? The answer is when there are large complementarities between what one worker does and what another worker does. Where do we find complementarities? Some very obvious examples. When the activity requires physical labor, some projects cannot be undertaken alone. Teamwork, for example, is necessary to move an object that is too heavy to be lifted by one person, but not too heavy to be lifted by two people. Other example can be meeting a deadline where it is impossible for one person to complete the work in time, but a team of people can meet the deadline. So we have a general principle. When the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, it is useful to use teams. In the case of moving a heavy object, the output of each individual trying to move the object individually is zero, because the object simply does not move when an individual alone is trying to do it. But as a team, they can generate any output. Similar is the case when a deadline is in front of a group and it can be delivered or it can be adhered to only if they work in teams. Let's say that there is this company which is building this highway in Ladakh, and the terms of this road building project is such that if they deliver the final project within a month, then the company ends up earning a profit of 10 lakhs. However, if they delay and if they deliver after a month, if the road is delivered later than a month, then the company earns only 5 lakhs as profits. Let's say this particular road building company has another project in its kitty and that has a deadline of 2 months. And if the company delivers that project within 2 months, they get a profit of 15 lakhs. Let us assume that both projects require the same amount of time to complete. Now, if you divide your resources and ask people to work separately, there are chances, and of course, given that both projects require the same amount of time to complete, and you are not combining your resources, the first project will be delivered later than a month. Well, in that case, the company earns only 5 lakhs, and then after 2 months, when the company delivers the other project, it earns another 15 lakhs. So the total profit is 20 lakhs to the company. However, if the company combines its resources and if the work is done together, the company is able to finish that Ladakh highway within a month, delivers it within a month, and gets a profit of 10 lakhs. Now it moves all its resources to the next project and gets it done, also completed in time, and earns 15 lakhs from there. So now the company earns a profit of 25 lakhs by combining its resources in such a manner. So here we can see that the part of the sum is lesser than the whole. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Now let us look at another job example. The job of, let's say, stamping letters in a post office. Now these two gentlemen are individually going about doing their job of stamping letters. Can they be joined together for a teamwork? Well, there may be some complementarity between the two workers, uh, but they are working in their work almost independently. A case where the whole is not much greater than the sum of the parts. Now, this is not to say that there is no benefit from teamwork. The two working together can share information and can coordinate better, but whatever gains there are must be traded off against the costs of combining workers into a team. The primary cost to using teams under such situation is productivity loss through the free rider effect. In this example, both the gentlemen can be asked to make a team where one person stamps and the other person sorts out and arranges things systematically. And the team can be compensated on the speed with which all the letters are processed. However, here, if both the gentlemen are compensated on the basis of team output, each one has an incentive to shirk work. Also, under such an arrangement, neither gentleman bear the full cost of any reduction in effort. Additionally, whatever benefits accrue to teamwork are not readily observable to a supervisor. As such, it is very difficult to reward them. Thus, the only way to inspire teamwork is to reward on the basis of team output, but this inescapably leads us back to the free rider effect. If we look at these two cases, the earlier example of a road project is a more natural choice for teamwork and team compensation than the example of these post office agents. Activities can be ranked according to the costs and benefits of having teams. Production activities that rank high on the benefit scale and low on the cost scale should be performed by teams. Individual team members who are involved in this type of activity should be rewarded according to team output. Team production is valuable in some activities and not so valuable in others. Team production may lead to more slippages in some activities through the free rider effect and less in others. Therefore, we need to analyze the costs and benefits of teamwork. Here, we analyze the various costs and benefits of activities which come under fishing and look at them from the point of view of teamwork. Fishing on a small boat from the point of view of teamwork. Uh, if I have to give it a benefit rank and a cost rank, 1 is the highest rank, 5 is the lowest rank. So this activity in terms of teamwork is given a benefit rank of 2 and a cost rank of 1. Fishing requires tasks that cannot be performed single-handedly. The cost of monitoring other team members, however, is low. Unproductive team members can be thrown off the team by other members. So in that sense, the benefit is on a scale of 1 to 5, it's 2 from the highest to the lowest, and the cost, of course, in a small boat, the ranking given is 1. Teamwork is probably more important on a large boat, where the tasks are larger in scale than on a small boat. Setting very large nets require a number of hands and some kind of machinery as well. The larger the team, the more difficult the team monitoring problem, and free rider effects are more significant. So therefore, it has been given a benefit rank of 1 and a cost rank of 4. Selling the fish wholesale. Now, sales, monitoring them as a group involves enormous free rider problems since peer monitoring is difficult. So therefore, this has been given the lowest benefit rank in terms of teamwork, which is 5, and in terms of teamwork monitoring, it has the highest cost rank of 1. Accounting for sales. There's not a great deal of benefit associated with accountants working together, especially if one individual can handle all of the books alone. Also, since accountants' work can be monitored individually but is difficult to monitor in a team setting, the costs associated with team production are high, and accordingly, this activity has been given a benefit rank of 4 and a cost rank of 2. This last activity is selecting the phishing site. Now, in this case, multiple judgments may prove useful and discussion matters. However, whenever there is a discussion amongst a committee, decision making becomes slow and difficult. So accordingly, this has been given a benefit rank of 3 and a cost rank of 3. Now, if we look at all the phishing activities, right from fishing on a small boat, fishing on a large boat, selling the fish wholesale, accounting for sales, and selecting the fishing site, we will see that the best candidate for team work is the actual fishing itself, and the worst candidate is selling the fish. This is in this manner we can decide whether a particular activity is amenable to teamwork or not, entirely on the basis of benefits and cost and the subjective ranking of benefits and costs. In the next video, we'll try and list down some other direct benefits of teamwork and team production so that doing a cost benefit analysis like this becomes easier for us.